People and companies are pouring hundreds of millions of dollars into the vision of the Metaverse.
I am metahuman.
You've probably heard a lot of chatter about the Metaverse.
What actually is the Metaverse?
And right now, everyone is talking about the Metaverse.
Many people think that having a virtual experience of a space through VR glasses is actually the Metaverse, but I don't think that's really what the Metaverse is all about. I think the Metaverse is quite a lot bigger than that. It's about connecting people through these 3D virtual spaces and connecting our senses to those spaces as well. So the Metaverse as of right now, it's actually not really where it could be potentially. It's basically a web experience. And this web experience is a 3D visualized web experience. So instead of a 2D, it's a 3D. So that's as far as it's gone so far. And you can experience it through your web, using your computer, and then you can also experience it through VR, depending on the platform. And that's basically the state of the art right now, but I think it can go a lot further than that with XR and more technologies coming in to enhance those interactions and create more immersive experiences. I think it's so important as designers to get involved in shaping that. I remember when I first started getting involved into the Metaverse, I went on to the Centerland, which is one of the top Metaverse platforms right now. And I remember there was this vast map of parcels of empty land. And what these platforms are creating is actually just the space, and on top of that space, nothing's really being built. So this is the opportunity for designers and architects to get involved, to build value, to build immersive experiences on top of those platforms and create the homes of the interactions that are going to happen within those platforms. I think there are about two ways that you can go being an architect in the Metaverse. You can either do a commission-based projects in the Metaverse. So you're an architect, you have your architecture studio and you're commissioned to do specific designs and you do that. You can also create NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. And these NFTs could just be any creation that you were inspired to do and you upload them. And what happens is a client who has a land, they enjoy your design and they can deploy it on their land. So there are two paths about it. So it's commission design and then the NFT design. And it's really interesting to look at the NFT design because I think it gives us, the designers and architects, our creative rights. And I think that's really important, looking at NFTs and how they're structured with royalties. What happens with that is you have a percentage of sales that happens on your designs forever, that comes back to you as the creator of it.
For me, Mars House basically is a representation of the next generation of NFT art. NFTs can go into an augmented reality 3D asset space.
So for example, I designed a house like Krista Kim did, the Mars House, that was actually the first house for the Metaverse. And this house was sold to a user that wanted to just experience that and deploy that to their Metaverse space. And every transaction that's being made on that design afterwards, a percentage of that goes back to her. So I think that royalty, it gives the freedom to the designer to really feel like they own what they've created and also to be a part of their creation throughout time. The Metaverse is a technology and it doesn't necessarily have to be a platform where we live on. It can also enhance the physical and help us with our physical designs. So you can be involved in the Metaverse as an architect, not only designing virtual spaces, but also using it as a tool to help enhance your designs for the physical world, which one of the projects that is focused on that is actually the Omniverse by NVIDIA. And it's a platform on which designers, architects, and engineers can work together in real time, doing a simulation of a real world build, which is amazing. And I think it's basically the future of BIM technology, and is not just a place where we can interact and connect. It's a technology that can help enhance not only our virtual life, but also help enhance what we're doing in our physical life.